Hi everybody. So we're back again with another lesson in makeup. So here's some stuff. First things first. Safety. We've gone over it before, we'll go over it again. Gloves. Always gloves. Okay? Every single actor you go and you work on, you renew your gloves. You start them over again. You use another set. To wash your brushes, because we're going to use a lot of brushes today, hide the brand name, 91% isopropyl alcohol. 91 because it breaks up all of the makeup so that the makeup's easy to get off the brush, and it kills just about everything. All sorts of little nasty critters that are all over your face that we don't want there. Because we don't want to put that into our makeup. I use cream makeup, and I use Mayron cream makeup. And cream makeup, when we're using this, if I were to take the bacteria from her face and put it here, well, this is a cream makeup, and it's at room temperature, and it's stored between shows, right? We don't generally do shows right after another, right after another. There's months in between. So imagine the bacteria going from her face onto a cream, being locked up at room temperature, sealed, for months. Okay? All of a sudden, we have a science experiment. And this is not science class, so we're not going to do that, and I have to use it again. So when you're using community makeup, you do that. When you're using your own stuff, it's okay. The bacteria on your face is your bacteria. It's fine, it's happy on your face, it's okay. So don't worry about your bacteria. Your bacteria will be fine. Okie dokie. So what we're doing today is we are going to make somebody old today. Ancient. How old? We're going to go really ancient because I actually have all of my good brushes with me today. Actually, would somebody mind just going right over there, and there's a package of brushes that I happen to leave over in my equipment. Just grab that for me. Thank you. Before I get to the brush work anyway, I'm going to lay down a foundation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making this old age makeup with foundations. Okay? I'm not going to be using any weird things. I'm just using Mayron foundations to get stuff done. So we're going to make you pale because we're going to make you ancient. And the pallor of your skin when you're older kind of like, you know, dissipates, goes away.
Oh, that's going away.
Yeah, she's going to get really, really pale really fast. So we're going to start right off the bat, and I'm going to try to get it right on the eyebrows. I want to eliminate the eyebrows a little bit too. Yeah, they won't be on fleek, they'll just be off. Miss Glitter makes our eyebrows off fleek. And you're a brave soul for coming in without any makeup, because I know that everybody likes to get their face all done up. And they're like, but they're doing makeup in class, so I want to come in without any.
I had 10 minutes to get ready this morning.
Okay, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, hon. I was being nice. Maybe we'll edit that out, maybe not, I don't know. You know? I don't want to get a reputation for being nice, I guess.
There's some loose brushes in there.
Are they blue handled?
They're black handled.
Oh, the blue handled ones are the ones that we need. You're going to go right down into the neck, because we're going to make your neck look all saggy, baggy, nasty.
Ew.
Open this up. Always warn your actor what you're doing. When you need them to open and look up, tell them first before stabbing them in the eye with a wedge. Don't stab them in the eye with a wedge in the end either. Okay? So there's our foundation. I only had to dip in once into my foundation to get enough to do her face. And the thing is, light foundation doesn't go very far. So you don't have to sit there and keep double dipping and trying to get it in. You never double dip. So I'm not going to use this again except to blend. Alright, it's like we never left. Okay, so my brush value pack. Yay! Ah! From any number of stores you can get something like this from. This is I get these from Walmart, because there's not a Walmart near you probably, right? Yeah, okay. And after every show, I dispose of them. So I spend $5 a show on my brushes, rather than $15 for one brush that I have to try to preserve. But I'm going to be using these on several faces, so I'm going to make sure that they're clean. So that's where the isopropyl alcohol and water comes in. Now, we've already talked and put down the isopropyl alcohol here and water here. They're identical. If you need to figure out which one is which, it's not hard. So what I'm going to do is I use a chisel tip brush. I'm going to wash it, even though I know that it was washed before I put it back, or I'm assuming it was washed by my tech crew when I put it back. It was, because it's clean. Yay! Small miracles.
Yeah.
Everybody has a good day. Okay. And then I'm going to grab a very dark foundation, an ebony foundation. With a chisel tip, unlike a round tip, I can actually get a line. If I had a round tip, the line would kind of go wonky, and the line would go thick to thin on the face. I don't want thick to thin. But now I've got to figure out what the anatomy is. Hi! We're back. Okay, so that's the first thing I need to do is smile. Smile big for me. Great, okay. Big as you can, wonderful. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to very lightly create a line. It tickles, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'll just make you smile more. Okay? And there. And there. Great. Now can you squint for me? Okay, so dude, keep it up. So people think crow's feet are like just 3 lines out here. They're not. There's a whole bunch of lines that are going to be happening here. Sorry, didn't want to tell you that, but you know, eventually you're going to have a lot of the lines over here. If you don't take care of your skin, stay out of the sun. Okay, now raise your eyebrows really high. Oh, there they are. Okay, our worry lines. Keep it raised. Okay. Now make a face for me like, Okay, that's great because those are where the lines come in on the nose. Okay, now open, look up. So these lines are kind of implicit. These will always be there. They're easy to find. It's the lines of underneath where your eye socket is and your cheek muscle. Okay? You're always going to get that eye socket. Because when you get older, here's what happens. Your muscles deteriorate. So you start getting less and less tension on the muscle. I'm going to take some of this out because these are really dark. I'm going to use that. Close, please. And I'm going to also highlight, shadow back here, up on top. Because I have all this extra, I can take some extra off the nose and redistribute up here. Okay. Today I'm going to blend a lot with brushes, but I am going to do a little bit with that other section, the wedge as well. So while I'm blending with brushes, one of the things to remember is that you want to drag it away from the shadow. The reason why you're doing that is because, okay class, here we go, quiz. What is a line? Shadow meeting a highlight. Very good. So shadow meeting a highlight. So we want to get the shadows in, and then we'll put the highlights in afterwards. I'm going to start by really getting these shadows put together. Shadow underneath the nose a little bit. I'm going to really bump up the shadows around here. Those I'm going to blend again with the wedge just to trim them out. But I'll start with them nice and heavy. We also want to eliminate this. This little divot goes away when you get older. Why? Because there's no tension anymore. So that cute little thing that's on the bottom of your nose will go away. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to get to the other side so that I can blend more effectively on the other side. Now, I want you to keep in mind, how many times have I dipped my brush at this point?
Once.
1. I haven't had to go back in yet.
She looks really old.
Yeah, she's going to get older.
Oh boy.
She is going to get older. Aren't you glad you volunteered? Yeah, okay. So the more I blend, the better it starts looking. The more we go with what we got and kind of make her older and older and older. Oh boy. Here we go. So now I need some more. I've got to wash off my brush, even though I've kind of totally exhausted my brush. But what I'm going to do before I go back in with more brush work is I'm going to blend those laugh lines a little bit because they are still a little bit heavy for my liking. So I'm just going to drag, get rid of that. Soften up the edges on the top of the cheek. But the rest of the lines, I kind of want lines. I want that look of a line in there. So, looking pretty old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Getting there? So, let's work here.
The neck.
Oh yeah, neck and chin, and we're gonna get the jawline running there. So up we go. Okay. So from the back of the ear, I should turn this way more a bit. The back of the ear, I'm gonna give her a little bit of a sagging jawline. Very lightly. Do the same on the other side. From the ear, sagging jawline. Now the beautiful thing about doing something like this is that it can be uneven. Do me a favor, can you suck in your neck like this? Tense your muscles in your neck. Like this. I know, mine's ugly. Okay, well, that's because you're young. Okay, so we're just going to go with anatomically what's there. So, do learn your anatomy, ladies and gentlemen, when you are in those science classes, so that you can effectively do makeup. Now, we're going to suck in the cheek a little bit here. Use the flat of the brush, and I'm going to do a contour.
Oh, contour.
Yeah, we love that word, right? I'm just going to bring that in a little bit. Now, with this, I am going to blend these with the wedge instead of the brush because I want these to be a little bit more supple. And look like just vague shadows back there. I love having this all white backdrop too for the set. Alright, so there we go. Can I see? Oh yeah, we're getting there. Alright, so see, the reason why we have to use the age makeup in high school for the most part, and you guys all know this, is because, well, you're not old. Okay? However, I will say this. Age makeup only goes so far. If the person's not acting like they're old, it doesn't matter how old I make them up. I can make her look ancient, but if she's still running around and acting like she's young, it doesn't do a darn thing. So, since I started so pale with the foundation, my highlight to emphasize all these things has to be white. Now, unlike the highlights that you guys use when you're doing your commercial makeup, I'm putting my highlights in exactly the wrong place.
Yes.
I'm going to highlight everything that you're not supposed to. Why? Because makeup commercially is usually meant to hide imperfections. I'm making imperfections. I want to emphasize different portions. When you go to your next class, people are going to be like, oh my God, what happened to you?
Are you going to cue the songs now?
This is what LeClaire does to us. Yes, man, I'll take it off. Probably just for the heck of it. Okay. So I really want to hit the cheeks. I want to hit above the eyebrows. I think that's all I have to do for that one. I'm going to come back in now
Are you going to keep this on?
with a little bit more things to really kind of bump this up and get her to be really, really, really old. Boom, boom. Okay. So there's two things that you can use to do this. You can use what's called a hair white, or you can use white clown makeup, which is what we're going to use today. A little bit of white clown makeup. Now, I want you to look at this for a second. And she looks pretty old, right, in her face? But watch this, you can hide her for a minute. Because one little touch will change everything. Figured I had a little bit of red on my thumb. We white out the eyebrows, and she becomes a lot older really quickly. And that's just a little white. If I were to put a ton of white on those eyebrows, she gets much older even quicker. Okay, I had a little red on my thumb though. Oopsie. That's okay. I will get rid of that. And use this. There we go. All right. Now, how ancient do you want her to get?
Great Depression.
Really, really Great Depression ancient. Wow, wow. You got great friends. Let me tell you. You got great friends. Okay. So the last bit that we're going to do is, again, I'm going to get some dark brown. Open your lips for me.
Oh. Oh, the little lips they have. Yeah, I'm hoping I could.
So this evening, we're taking the characters from Ray Bradbury's Something Wicked This Way Comes to an event. I'll be doing this to the Dust Witch, who is very, very used to age makeup and whatnot and all this sort of stuff. So now, we've made her really ancient. And there we go. Ancient Savannah. Wow. You're old. You're like wicked old. I'm just gonna make her a little bit more old. Oh. She doesn't like the sound of that.
Oh, good, great. Oh gosh, ew.
That changes things a lot, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. The eyebrows.
Oh my gosh. The only good part about me.
I told you I was going to anti-flaky. Okay, so now we've got the age makeup done. So if we were to do a character with Savannah, if we were to do like Miss Hannigan from Annie, what would we do to this face? Now that we've got it really old, what would we do to Miss Hannigan from Annie to make this like read Miss Hannigan rather than just a random old person? What would we do?
Add more worry lines.
Add more worry lines? What else would we do?
A wig.
A wig, yes, we definitely put a wig on her. Okay? But what would we do face-wise?
Just make her look angry. Like,
Make her look angry, so we'd probably put like some lines in there.
change the shape of certain things on her face, like her eyebrows. You would want to change certain features of hers.
Yeah, because we like things symmetrical and nice, right? So as soon as we go asymmetrical, things go crazy, and our minds don't like looking at it, you become villainous. What about makeup-wise? What about like really bad rouge?
Overlined red lips.
Overlined red lips. Really like, you know, like eyeshadow that's just like caked on or looks caked on. So that brings me to the next thing. So how does this feel? Is this like tons of goop, or is it just slightly? Don't feel anything, okay? If you do the makeup right, it doesn't feel like there's anything on your face, because that impedes the actor from getting their job done. Get rid of that. Okay, and there we go. You're all set. Thank you so much.